it hurts, and just, I think of my children and the challenges that they face. They're not pure white. They're not pure white at all. But I think about the possibilities. And I have to speak. I have to do something. Because that could be my child in first. And that man in Staten Island had 6 children, 2 grandkids. He did not seem to be an angry man. And this label is saying you're African American. You're American. And we need to become a colorless society. We do. We're all different shades of humanity. We're all different types of humanity. And some people just can't get along because they are so into themselves. I mean, I get it. I understand. I don't have to pay attention to low-level thinkers. And I find a lot of low-level thinkers in podcasting. Because it's kind of a narcissistic thing to do, right? You get to be on a podcast, talk about your life, what you think, your viewpoints, your worldview, your perspective. You get to be right. You get to be right all the time. And everybody else is the asshole. Everybody else is the predator. You're always the eternal victim. What about owning the shit you do? What about that? Does that ring true of anybody? I think it should. What about owning the crap that you do? I've done it before. And I have no shame in owning it. I guess that's a bad thing to do. So, why don't we listen to this other video that happened after Eric Garner was murdered? Let's take a listen.
Where's the ambulance?
They're recording everything.
Where's the ambulance?
Let's go. Back up. Y'all coming. Come on. Nice.
You don't have to do it yourself.
Again, it's just moments after they murdered him.
Yeah, back
This
up.
is
Y'all got him
called
on the floor.
damage
Y'all got him on the
control.
floor. Y'all talking about back up. You hear this? Now they're trying to get him an ambulance. After they harassed him, slammed him down, NYPD. You understand?
I'll let her tell you.
It's going viral right here. It's going viral right here. NYPD harassing people for no reason. He didn't do anything at all.
Where's the ambulance?
They're recording everything.
Where's the ambulance?
Let's go. Back up. Y'all coming. Come on. Nice.
You don't have to do it yourself.
Ma'am, can you back up, please? We're trying to give him some air. We're gonna get him an ambulance, all right?
Yeah, back up. Y'all got him on the floor. Y'all got him on the floor. Y'all talking about back up. You hear this? Now they're trying to get him an ambulance. After they harassed him, slammed him down, NYPD. You understand? This is going viral right here. It's going viral right here. NYPD harassing people for no reason. He didn't do anything at all. Going viral. Now they want to step back. They want to try to get him an ambulance. After they beat him up, brought him to the ground. Nice try. So going viral. Harassment. Prejudice cops on Staten Island. This is what they do.
Zero down is always available. No worries, no regrets. with limited lifetime powertrain warranty on any purchase. Check out our inventory at bronxcars.com. That's bronxcars.com.
Earn a degree that can mean more money, power, and respect. Ready? Fly down Saturday, July 19th at Metropolitan College's open house. Call 1-800-33-THINK or visit mcny.edu. That's mcny.edu.
No, you got this one ain't
Guys, clear the sidewalk. EMS is coming down the sidewalk.
Bleeding now? Is it bleeding? So there, anybody called the ambulance?
Yeah.
Hey man, what's your name?
Again, what you're listening to is the aftermath of the Eric Garner murder that happened live on the scene. Is what you're listening to. You have murdered Eric Garner by this boy. There's bystanders shooting the video right now. And that's just their commentary. You can hear the EMS trying to find a pulse, and it's just sad.
Sorry, EMS is here. Answer their questions, okay?
You can't breathe.
They're asking a dead man, answer the question. They don't even realize that he's dead at this point. And you should see the look that she gives the officer. Like, really? You know?
Sir, CMS, come on. We're here to help, all right? We're here to help you.
She's trying to get a dead man to talk to her.
Try to get him up on the stretcher. It'll take like 6 minutes.
Why nobody do the CPR?
No, I did nothing.
Because he's breathing.
He's breathing?
Yeah.
After they beat him up, did whatever they did to him. They have the nerve to wave. Racist ass cops on Staten Island. This is what the fuck they do.
Again, what you're listening to, or were listening to, was after Eric Garner had been killed, murdered. And the lady that filmed that video, they didn't try to give him CPR. EMS showed up, and they're asking him, or they're telling him that he has to talk. And the man's dead. I mean, they said he was breathing, but no, he was dead. Now, the police in this case, they were saying on July 19th, I think it happened July 12th to July 19th. This is what the New York Post said. Man in chokehold death had no throat damage. Autopsy. They were so happy to hear this. And it says the forbidden chokehold used by a cop to take down a Staten Island man in a deadly encounter Thursday did not damage his windpipe or neck bones. I mean, they make him sound like a turkey. Get the neck bones. Oh, whatever. And it's a preliminary autopsy finding. And it was welcome news for the police officer. And this scum of the earth, his name is Daniel Patalio. And he's named as the cop who wrapped his arm, the little man guy, around Eric Garner's throat while trying to arrest him. And he looked like a toddler on the back of this man. You know how toddlers like to get a piggyback ride? That's what he looked like. He was itty bitty. I'm telling you, this guy had the little man disease. No ifs, ands, or buts. He had the little man's disease. And as they said, criminal justice professor Eugene O'Donnell, back on July 24th, he said, if you're the defense counsel in this case, this is very good news, because it's consistent with what appears to be the case, that they didn't mean to hurt him. Bull crap. I mean, just... And now the story is, when the family hired what would you say? Someone that's not partial to the police to do another autopsy. This was just from 3 days. It was more than 3 days ago. I thought it was more fresh. Well, my apologies. Well, in August, medical examiner says NYPD chokehold killed Staten Island dad Eric Garner. And Eric Garner, the Staten Island dad who complained that he couldn't breathe as he was being subdued by cops. And you heard that earlier. I can't breathe. You can hear him gritting to get the words out. It was obvious that he was struggling. And this guy had this chokehold around his neck. I mean, he wouldn't treat a dog this way. Why would you treat a grown man like this? Or any human for that matter? The autopsy found that he died from compression of the neck. It also found that compression to the chest and prone positioning during physical restraint by police killed Garner. The manner of death, according to the medical examiner, was homicide. Garner's widow told the Daily News she was relieved that the coroner finally confirmed what she suspected since her husband died on July 17th. Thank God the truth is finally out. Esau Garner said, thank God for that. Staten Island prosecutors are still investigating the 43-year-old man's death. And again, he has 6 kids, 2 grandchildren. And this is the story that they should have put forth